Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to VR Ulysses live in AltSpace VR. We are going to be giving a live Q&A session over on Zoom, so please feel free to get in touch if you would like to take part in that. And just to note that this performance will be recorded and the Q&A will also be recorded. And we hope you enjoy the show. Actors, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Interibo ad altare Dei. Come up, Kinch. Come up, you fearful Jesuit.
Solemnly, Buck Mulligan came forward and mounted the round gun rest. He faced about, blessed gravely thrice the tower, the surrounding land, and the awaking mountains. Then, catching sight of Stephen Dedalus, he bent towards him and made rapid crosses in the air, gurgling in his throat and shaking his head.
Back to barracks. For this, O dearly beloved, is the genuine Christine, of body and soul and blood and oons. Slow music, please. Shut your eyes, gents. One moment. A little trouble about those white corpuscles. Silence all. Thanks, old chap. That'll do nicely. Switch off the current, will you?
He skipped off the gun rest and looked gravely at his watcher.
The mockery of it. Your absurd name. An ancient Greek.
He pointed his finger in friendly jest and went over to the parapet. Stephen Dedalus stepped up, followed him wearily halfway, and sat down on the edge of the gun rest, watching him still as he propped his mirror on the parapet and lathered cheeks and neck.
My name is absurd too. Malachi Mulligan. 2 dactyls. But it has a Hellenic ring to it, hasn't it? Tripping and sunny like the book himself. We must go to Athens. Will you come? If I can get the aunt to fork out 20 quid. Will he come? The jejune Jesuit.
Tell me, Mulligan.
Yes, my love.
How long is Haynes going to stay in this tower?
God, isn't he dreadful? A ponderous Saxon. And he thinks you're not a gentleman. God, these bloody English. Bursting with money and indigestion. Because he comes from Oxford. You know, Dedalus, you have the real Oxford manner. He can't make you out. My name for you is the best. Kinch the Knife Blade.
He was raving all night about a Black Panther. Where is his gun case?
A woeful lunatic. Were you in a funk?
I was out here in the dark with a man I don't know, raving and moaning about shooting a Black Panther. You save men from drowning. I'm not a hero, however. If he stays on here, I'm off.
Scutter. Lend us a load of your nose rag to wipe my razor. The bard's nose rag. And you art colour for our Irish poets. Snot green. You can almost taste it, can't you?
He mounted to the parapet again and gazed out over Dublin Bay.
God, isn't the sea what Algie calls it? A great sweet mother. The snot green sea. The scrotum tightening sea. Epi oin opa ponton. Daedalus, the Greeks I must teach you. You must read them in the original. Talata, Talata. She is our great sweet mother. Come and look.
Stephen stood up and went over to the parapet. Leaning on it, he looked down on the water and on the mailboat, clearing the harbour mouth of Kingstown.
Our mighty mother. The aunt thinks you killed your mother. That's why she won't let me have anything to do with you.
Someone killed her.
You could have knelt down, Kinch, damn it, when your dying mother asked you. I'm Hyperborean as much as you. But to think of your mother begging you with her last breath to kneel down and pray for her, and you refused. There's something sinister in you. But a lovely mummer. Kinch, loveliest mummer of them all.
He shaved evenly and with care. In silence. Seriously. Stephen, an elbow rested on the jagged granite, leaned his palm against his brow. He saw the sea hailed as a great sweet mother by the well-fed voice beside him. The ring of bay and skyline held a dull green mass of liquid. A bowl of white china had stood beside her deathbed, holding the green sluggish bile which she had torn up from her rotting liver.
Ah, poor dog's body. I must give you a shirt and a few nose rags. Our second-hand breeks.
They fit well enough.
The mockery of it. Second leg, they should be. God knows what poxy bells he left them off. I have a lovely pair with a hair stripe. Grey. You'll look spiffing in them. I'm not joking, Kinch. You look damn well when you're dressed.
Thanks. I can't wear them if they're grey.
He can't wear them. Etiquette is etiquette. He kills his mother, but he can't wear grey trousers. That fellow I was with in the ship last night says you have GPI. He's up in Dottyville with Connolly and Orman. General paralysis of the insane. Look at yourself, you dreadful bard. I pinched it out of the skivvy's room. It does her all right. The aunt keeps plain-looking servants for Malachi. Lead him not into temptation. And her name is Ursula. The rage of Caliban at not seeing his face in a mirror. If Wilde were only alive to see you.
It is a symbol of Irish art. A cracked-looking glass of a servant.
Buck Mulligan suddenly linked his arm in Stephen's and walked with him round the tower.
It's not fair to tease you like that, Kinch, is it? God knows, you have more spirit than the rest of them. Cracked looking glass of a servant. Tell that to the Oxy chap downstairs and touch him for a guinea. He's stinking with money. His old fellow made his tin by selling jalap to Zulus or some swindle or other. Kinch, if you and I could only work together, we could really do something for the island. Hellenize it. And to think of your having to beg from these swine. I'm the only one who knows what you are. Why don't you trust me more? What have you up your nose against me? Is it Haynes? If he makes any more noise here, I'll bring down Seymour, and we'll give him a ragging worse than we gave Clive Kenthorpe.
Let him stay. There's nothing wrong with him. Except at night.
They halted, looking towards the blunt cape of Bray Head that lay on the water like the snout of a sleeping whale.
Then what is it? Cough it up. I'm quite frank with you. What have you against me now?
Do you wish me to tell you?
Yes. What is it? I don't remember anything.
Do you remember the first day I came to your house after my mother's death?
What? Where? I can't remember anything. I remember only ideas and sensations. Why? What happened in the name of God?
You were making tea and went across the landing to get more hot water. Your mother and some visitor came out of the drawing room. She asked you who was in your room.
Yes. And what did I say? I forget.
You said, "Oh, it's only Daedalus, whose mother is beastly dead."
Did I say that? Well, what harm is that? And what is death? Your mother's, or yours, or my own? You saw only your mother die. I see them pop off every day, in the matter and Richmond, and cut up into tripes in the dissecting room. It's a beastly thing and nothing else. It simply doesn't matter. You wouldn't kneel down to pray for your mother on her deathbed when she asks you. Why? Because you have the cursed Jesuit strain in you, only it's injected the wrong way. To me, it's all a mockery and beastly. Her cerebral lobes are not functioning. She calls the doctor Sir Peter Teasel and picks buttercups off the quilt. Humour her till it's over. You crossed her last wish in death, as you sulk with me, because I don't whinge like some hired mute from Lalowet's. Absurd. I suppose I did say it. I didn't mean to offend the memory of your mother.
I am not thinking of the offense to my mother.
Of what then?
Of the offense to me.
Oh, an impossible person.
He walked off quickly, round the parapet. Stephen stood at his post, gazing towards the headland. Sea and headland now grew dim.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will now proceed to the Zoom at 3:30. If you have a link, you can go straight in, and we'll see you there. Good evening, and enjoy Bloomsday.